How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 384. The film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is, I didn't really get to mention these movies when I was doing my top 10 list, and these are basically the movies that I wished I had seen in 2010 before making my 2010 best list. This is one of them that I'm about to reveal for you in a second. The others, Rabbit Hole, I would have liked to have seen. The Dax Shepard, Katie Aselton mumblecore film, The Freebie is one I would have liked to seen. Never Let Me Go comes to mind as a movie that I think was being held by critics a lot. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today, which is Dogtooth. Dogtooth is directed by this guy. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name, but have at it. It stars a cast of people, all from Greece. The film is a Greek movie. The film centers on a family, one brother, two sisters, two parents. They're living, what you would think is a seemingly normal life. However, what the parents have decided to do to their children is that they keep them in this house. It's enclosed. It's in kind of the middle of nowhere from the outside world. And they tell them a bunch of lies to kind of keep them inside of the house. They say, you can't walk outside past the barriers of this home until you lose your second dog tooth. That one right there. The first one you lose as a baby, the second one you lose, which obviously you never do, when you become an adult. And so these kids are basically sheltered from everything from the outside world. No television, no news, no nothing. They're taught that words mean different things. They're taught that a zombie means a yellow flower. They're taught that keyboard is actually the word for a vagina. A bunch of stuff like that. And because of all of this, a lot of craziness, funniness, and disturbingness ensues. Dogtooth is the type of film that I kind of love, and I kind of, in a strange, weird, masochistic way, enjoy, because I think it's the type of movie that's going to divide audiences right down the middle as to whether or not they appreciated the movie on the level that it's trying to achieve, or they absolutely hated the movie. And for me personally, I love Dogtooth. I think that it's an incredibly compelling and interesting film about kind of the human psyche. I think it really showcases how messed up you could make children, or you could create a human being if you taught them nothing. I think that it asks a lot of interesting questions without ever actually coming right out and asking them. And I think one of the things that I've always debated with people over and had conversations over is the difference between religion and morals, and whether or not morals are inherently instilled in us. And I think that what this movie is attempting to say is that no, morals are not inherently distilled in you, and you are taught to some degree what is right and what is wrong, and what, the fine line between knowledge and common sense, I think. And I think a lot of this film, people will be watching and be a little disturbed and taken off by it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that deals with heavy violence, and the violence here is just, boom, graphic. Like, in your face, no time to flinch or close your eyes or do anything like that. It also deals with a lot of sexual sorts of things. For example, the father, he basically hires this woman to come sleep with their son once a week, and it's a very mechanical act, the act of sex to these people, and I think that's an interesting topic that's explored within the film. There's some incestuous things that go on, which I also think is incredibly interesting, albeit a tad disturbing. I think at the end, though, for me, Dogtooth, it's an incredibly well-made film that totally knows what it wants to be. It's shot very, very well. It does have that Michael Haneke film or feel of his films of, a static shot for a long period of time, almost too long at times. I think the ending of the film is dark and kind of brilliant, and I think it really does say quite a bit, and really at the end of the day makes you think about everything that you've just seen. It makes you think kind of about the human condition, and I don't know, it's a mind-boggling movie to me, and I think it's incredibly interesting. Check it out. I believe it comes out on DVD later this month, so get your hands on that if you can handle it. It is pretty disturbing, and it is pretty graphic, so if you can't handle, disturbing, violent subject matter, I would kind of stay away from it. But if you can, it's very, very, very interesting. I'm going to give Dogtooth an incredibly strong 4 out of 5. It's not necessarily a film that I want to rewatch again anytime soon, but it's one that definitely left quite an impression on me. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you.